and that it's like, and it would be cutting edge because like everyone's all about solar fusion right now. So it's like I don't know. Did you hear about the new advances? They made some breakthroughs in fusion technologies. I didn't really look into it that much, but I know that they like supposedly. Oh yeah, we should look that up because supposedly they made some breakthroughs, or made some breakthroughs in fusion technologies, like the ability to
video or.
Well, they made like what's the new thing that they got going on.
How do you spell fusion?
Fusion. Yeah, apparently there's like some new fusion breakthroughs. So the idea would be that like, but the problem with the way that I think most scientific endeavors are like approaching fusion right now.
Nuclear fusion.
Right, nuclear fusion.
Nuclear fusion has always been pretty good, though, right?
Well, we can't get more energy out of it than what we're putting into it.
Oh, I see.
And so that's the issue, is because we're trying to create, we're trying to replicate the way the sun creates energy, and the sun creates energy by the mass. The mass of the sun is essentially like smushing together bits of atoms, and these atoms, helium. And different massive atoms are essentially coming together and being compressed, and they're combining. Hydrogen is combining with other hydrogen atoms and turning into helium, and because these atoms are combining, when they combine, they release energy. So that's how fusion works in the sun. Is essentially you can just imagine it as little bits of material are fusing together, and when they fuse together, that releases charge, it releases energy, and we see that as light when we see it as electricity. And so we're trying to replicate that process through these machines, where we heat up this gas or heat up this fuel, and we heat it up so much that the atoms in the fuel fuse together with the other atoms, and as they fuse together, they release some of that energy. They release more energy than the energy that we are putting into that system to heat up the fuel. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get more energy out of the heat. Essentially, like you can imagine it as they're trying to heat up something so hot that it actually gives us energy back, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like, imagine it as like a fighter, right? Like if you're boxing somebody, and this boxer doesn't ever punch back, but eventually, if it gets beat up enough, it'll punch back. You know what I mean? That's kind of like what it's like. So it's like they're punching these atoms, they're heating up these atoms so much, and when the atoms finally fuse together, those atoms release energy back out. But the whole thing is they're not getting enough energy back out of that system. As much as to what they're putting into that system to heat up the fuel. Right. But the big thing is like they're using an already pre-existing fuel. Like they're using like heavy water or like deuterium, like they're using fuel from Earth, rather than what I would propose would be to take electromagnetic energy, which is solar energy, and just directly cycle it in on itself. Because I propose that you could, like, that light, electromagnetic waves, is essentially like water. It is a wave. It's it's like it's a what's the right word? Not liquid, but it's a fluid. It's a fluid material, and like you can kind of recognize that even by the experiment that you saw, where remember when like they poked that little thing,
I was gonna bring that one up.
The laser bent through the thing. So it's like light obviously follows wave dynamics, and we've already known this, and it follows particle dynamics. So it's like we've already been onto this kind of idea, and I'm so surprised that we haven't really like delved further into this study of light.
Well,
I don't know. I just feel like there's a big
hole.
Well, I feel like there's a big revelatory moment coming, and I like to be a part of it. As far as with writing this book, but also almost feel like there's a big mask or a big like, not facade, but like a big
the Iron Curtain.
Yeah,
you ever heard it?
Yeah, like curtain that's kind of like shielding us. And like the government and physicists and probably people who are in the know probably really know what's going on.
Yeah.
And are just not allowing the general public to really be
I
privy
mean,
to it.